This ascension tip for the now on this 9/22/2020 is still connected to recent downloads and sharings, but we are wanting to share that these techniques are to become more and more simplified from the user, meaning if you find a simpler way, keep going, make it simpler. We want to share that the Akashic Soul Pro app will be going through an update and be released for the update in October 2020. And one of the suggestions is using the snap, realizing that a movement, a symbol, a word, a knowing can be the command button for your programming of your reality, as well as the dissolving of any unnecessary imprints, energy configurations, programs that are keeping you from your pure, potent, divine perfection. Beyond all thoughts, you are perfect. Beyond all thoughts, all programs, everything is in its perfection. There is no disease. There is no disharmony. There is only pure, potent consciousness in its perfection. It is the thoughts that can at times limit us or pigeonhole us into a limited cobweb of sorts. For like a spider web, the web itself is electrical thought energy created into a blueprint. So when you have a thought, it's like you create a spider's web. And if that thought is any way holding limitation for you, it will bind you under the spider web, feeling like you cannot get out. When you are buying into other people's thoughts, corporations, entities, thoughts, and programs that are like these big spider webs, and you get caught underneath them, you may forget that you indeed can rise above them and untangle yourself through command. So it is a high order, a tall order at this time that we are more focused on collapsing, dissolving, dismantling, dematerializing thought imprints that are within the collective, affecting you and your sovereignty, keeping you bound and limited out of that remembrance of your pure, most potent consciousness state of existence. So you can use the commands on the Akashic Soul Pro app. There will be new power statements, but you can also say commands one time and program that command to a snap. So for now, the snap can mean dissolve. The snap can mean that you are rising bigger than the program that you are thinking of or witnessing or experiencing, triggered by, feeling, caught in that web, and you can rise above it and allow the snap to dissolve all the energy imprints that were keeping you limited, bound, underneath, held, captured by that program. This is up to you. You are the master programmer, and beyond all thoughts, you exist in perfection. We all exist in perfection. So be willing to utilize the snap. You may decide to use the snap as you rise above a situation, and you may feel that there's many layers of imprints and energy configurations to snap through. The snap is an instant dissolve, and as it dissolves that imprint of energy is never lost. It simply reorganizes itself back to its source to be reused in the next thought, or as you are mastering your consciousness, you will rise above thoughts and hold the perfection as it is, experience the perfection as it is, arrive at the right divine frequency alignments more often, synchronicities more often, because that is the perfection that exists beyond. So be willing to lift out of the form and get back into the space where the quantum field holds pure, potent perfection, awaiting your direction through the next thought or the next space holding up observation to witness the perfection that already is, that is already existing in eternity. So, some of the snapping may be you imagining every possible wonderful interaction you could have with a person that you know, that maybe you don't have that wonderful interaction pattern with. You can face them in meditation or premeditation and ask to go ahead and snap, dissolve anything of highest and best imprint, good to release, so that when you, from this point forward through eternity, meet yourself in that other person, it is of more clarity, divinity, and perfection. This snap may go on for a while with that person if you have long history, so that you can rise into the new her story, which is, again, this ability to be in space, holding perfection, holding observation, and maintaining that perfection of ease, joy, and glory. Happy snapping.